Pisces, what is going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. We are officially in Taurus season. We're headed into a new moon in Taurus on the 27th, tomorrow. Actually, from when I'm recording this, I'll definitely make sure to post a video. New moons are definitely welcome energy because they give us an opportunity to really reset our intentions, especially around things that we want to see shift and change in our life. And there has been a lot going on, right? The water element has been heightened in the astrology. We have a cluster of planets in Pisces that's forcing us to deal with relationships, especially things that are just not working anymore, right? Whether people, are really on board, willing to work in harmony, willing to make adjustments accordingly. And it's a little humbling because some people aren't, right? Some of, there are places that we're finding new ways to do things with people that are important to us. But then there's also places where people are just refusing. It's my way or the highway. And so I like new moon energy. It gives us an opportunity to kind of get with ourselves and really readjust or reset or reevaluate, reset and readjust. Maybe I should do it in that order. So that's why also I like to start off with these energy cleansing, just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out some of the blocks, limitations we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well, especially if you've come into this reading with something on your heart, on your mind, Pisces, something you would like Spirit to deliver messages to you around. Definitely give that over, be open to receive. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're just looking for a realignment of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling good, when we're feeling strong and grounded in self, that is when we are manifesting our happiness, our fulfillment, our abundance, which we all deserve, right? I would love to honor, help, support in whatever way possible. If you're interested in any of my services, all the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it, Pisces. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. Amen. All right, Pisces. So I was hearing that, you feel tired, you have a headache. That's what it feels like. Or I'm just feeling this as a lot of constant stressors that you feel like this should be done and over with. It's stuff that I feel like you've been combating left and right. You've been doing your due diligence 100%, being that blessed little child, remaining in purity and innocence. What does that mean? You're just really trying to put your best foot forward. Not being too paranoid or skeptical, or, if someone wants or needs something from you, it's trusting that it's coming from the best place. But I don't know, you just feel like you're tired, you're exhausted, you're not seeing the movement that you want to see happen, especially with this armadillo basket. That is definitely that protective armor that we wear. Almost like you've been through battle or you're still going through battle. What I love about this card is it's 44, which is a master number in numerology. And 44s are all about divine protection. It is from that space of feeling grounded, feeling supported, fours, like the four corners, right? But also that amplification, that spirit, whatever you ascribe to, spirit, universe, God, whatever spirituality, whatever religion, that you do have protection in place. And a lot of what has been working out 100% is this shadow energy, the black coffee. It is showing you some of those not so fun things about life, about people that are forcing you to readjust, that are forcing you to realign. Aquarius got the same card in the same position. You could be dealing with an Aquarius or just have Aquarius placements in your chart. What I love though is you're using it as renewal. You're using it as renewal, as a way to like get away from the toxicity. And I think that that's why it just feels so heavy. That's why you're feeling really overwhelmed, because you have yet to see the fruits of your labor. However, what I love for you, things are going in your favor. They're going in your direction, and actually a little bit faster than what you're even anticipating. Sometimes when we're doing shadow work, when we're dealing with the harder, more toxic things of life, it just takes a little bit longer, right? And it can feel really arduous, like we're never gonna get out of it, or there's never gonna be any light at the end of the tunnel. Maybe you've been experiencing some of that lately. Just the weight of what it means to kind of, sift through all the chaos. I like kudzu because it's about being strong. It's about, finding ways to overcome through the strength. It's interesting how this card depicts it though, because it is this value of willpower. It's this value of being able to navigate through the chaos, right? Those places where the forest is dark and it is thick and you don't know how to get out. But again, a lot of this is more the mental, emotional energy that I'm seeing, like. And honestly, as I'm saying this, I'm reminded Mars has been very weirdly aspected in the astrology lately. Mars is that action potential. It's what kind of pushes things forward. And it's been weirdly aspected, like I said, where it's forcing us to slow down, to take our time, to vet new things, people, places, situations that are trying to come into our life. And it's also about vetting the old stuff as well. Because as much as we're kind of seeking newness, seeking whatever this luck, abundance is for you, we're also having to contend with the past and karmas and people that are trying to either wiggle their way back into our life or 100% with this devil. Woo-hoo. The cards never lie, right? Wiggle their way back in. And here's the thing, I'm seeing you as the person who has those scissors in hand. You have the ability to cut it off. And you already know this, but it does look like someone's coming back around to test the waters, to see where you're at. I love this, you vibing as the world. I just want to confirm for you, Pisces, your strength is paying off. I know I'm hearing it doesn't feel like that, and I'm sorry. I know how defeating those feelings can be, but legit, you're in this place. The world also, not only does it signify like cycle endings, but it also is culmination. It's also abundance. It's also like having the world at your fingertips. And I feel because whomever you're dealing with is vibing as the devil, this is something that makes you believe you do not have as much as you do, or you're not worthy of as much as you're worthy of, or that I'm hearing more so like it's your responsibility to make them feel better or their life more successful. This is someone who wants you to take on, and I feel like, honestly, this is someone or something that you've actively been combating for quite some time. They're coming to you, hey, let's work it out, let's be friends, saying the right things, and you don't like it. I think that's the hardest part about being a water sign, is when someone comes in or something comes in to kind of veer us off our course, it feels overwhelming. And you felt really strong, right? Like, I feel like you've kind of, even though there's been a lot that's been happening in your life, in the background, etc., like you feel more put together than you have not in a while, but like, I don't know, like your energy has just felt very strong. But when, again, like this is that value of something coming in to kind of destabilize that strength, and that's why you're feeling really emotional, or it's that value of wanting to trust in this person, in this situation. I'm also seeing that you're not really willing to go down that road. You have a lot going on, and honestly, it looks like that's the best excuse that you have going for you. It's almost like you don't have time to engage with this energy, but you are keeping it around for some reason, and I'm not sure that that's working towards your advantage. I feel like, sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes we need to be blunt and maybe a little harsh. I don't know, maybe harsh isn't the right word, but we just have to use our words poignantly when people are not listening, when people's situations are not listening. I feel like this is someone that you give a lot of credit to, that you give a lot of benefit of the doubt. Like I said, it looks like you're letting them kind of stay around. And again, in part because you're busy doing other things. So I feel like there is this level of innocence. Well, like, how much can they really affect me if I'm not engaging or if I'm not dealing with them or whatever? And on some level, it's like what you want, right? Like, when people mess with us in a bad way, when there's rejection, manipulation, lies, putting down our worth, our value, etc., it's like we just want to know it's okay, right? Like it's hard to be rejected. It's hard to have people do shitty things. And I feel like that's part of why you're letting this energy back in, because it is what you want. There is something, it feels like it's attached to relationships and community and, finding harmony and peace together, etc. But that is your perspective. That's your prerogative, not necessarily this devil energy, right? The devil, unfortunately, is not light. It is not. It is shadow work. It is, the darkness. And it's the things, it's essentially in the tarot, it is the chains that bind us, the chains that hold us down, hold us back. And giving this person, this situation, a new opportunity, yes, it's putting a little pep in the step. It feels validating to you. Oh, I'm not rejected. Or maybe they're going to do it right the next time around. It's a lot of maybes. It's a lot of hypotheticals for the future. But I'm just going to say with this Ten of Swords, it's going to go back down the same road. And that's why you're vibing as this Knight of Pentacles, because it takes him a long time to learn. And I'm not throwing shade at you by saying that, because that's the reason this person's situation is the devil. It's hard to see through it, right? It's hard to understand that people would want to manipulate or take advantage, or it's just someone who knows the right buttons to push. Trying to be a little bit more present in your energy, taking time out to nurture, to love, to support yourself. I do feel, I like this Plan B. This came out for Aquarius as well. And I do feel like there's something to this, going to Plan B, because it looks like whatever this is, you're not necessarily able to get away from them. I feel like this is something that you have to do proactively within yourself, i.e. why I was saying it's important to kind of just maybe harshly or bluntly say where you're at, what you think, what you feel. This is a lot about strengthening yourself, right? We're getting double confirmation on that. And they're both coming from this place of that idea of a tree, right? A tree rooting into the ground. I love that concept that trees go as deep into the ground as they do as high into the sky. And this is that value that as you strengthen yourself, as you engage your willpower, as you continue to see the way this person's situation shows up, their habits, their patterns, it's going to make cutting this off way easier. Or maybe you can't get away from it. Maybe it's family or, whatever. Maybe it's someone that you can't necessarily get away from. And so this is about finding ways to set boundaries and feeling empowered, right? Through that space of your willpower. And that is really what's going to give you the most success. It's hard to do because you're tired. You don't want to deal with this anymore. It makes total sense. But at the same time, if you just keep putting in a little more energy, a little more effort, it's going to pay off hugely in the long run. So Pisces, thank you so much for your time, energy always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say, hey, share in a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. Know it blesses my heart, and I'm sending that love and blessings back your way.